What's up, YouTube and Facebook? Blue Dooley out in the garage with the HPI WheelyKing. Need to do a little maintenance as I broke, excuse me, the steering hub last time I was out. Well, steering knuckle, I want to say. So that's the first plastic part I have broken on the truck. I have stripped out the spur gear a bit, trying to run a 19 tooth pinion, which is just too small to run in the WheelyKing. Or probably the Crawl King, since they're the same truck. Just the battery is in the front of the Crawl King and it's in the back of the WheelyKing. Mine's the WheelyKing with the chassis flipped around, so the battery's up front, so it crawls a little better instead of just pulling wheelies all the time. These are the monster truck shocks, the WheelyKing shocks. This is the only one that has a leak on me. I want to say in one of the crashes where it landed upside down in the slow-mo, you can see it looks like this one flexed a bit, and that's probably what caused it to leak. None of them appear to be cracked. So 4 years of a truck traveling almost the same distance vertically, tumbling down things or falling off of things as it has horizontally. I gotta say, HPI got the durability right on this WheelyKing and the Crawl King. Same chassis, same axles. The difference is the Crawl King has longer metal links and the plastic A-arm. The links have held up real well, the drive shafts have all held up real well. The only metal parts I broke are the stub axle. I've bent two, which both of them were on the front, and I am running some weights in the front tire, so that might have been contributing to it. And then the stock dog bone, the little ball in here, the actual dog bone end itself has just completely snapped off the stock axle shaft. So 2 sets of GPM CV axles fixed that problem. They have held up real well. No bending, no snapping. I have a GPM steering link, front and rear. I think if I had the plastic one on, this part might actually not have broken, and the impact that did break this, the tire might have been able to toe in, as this would have bent instead of just snap off. Upgrades besides the GPM axles are, I have a Hot Racing on-axle servo mount up here in the front, and then the back is a GPM piece, I want to say. It's the upper control arm mount, A-link mount, because it's a 3-link piece. I was getting a significant amount of flex on the back where the rear steer is. Yeah, everything's held up real good. The gear mesh is still great. I need to clean the shocks off a little bit. As far as further upgrades, the shocks are probably about the only thing I'm going to change on it now. The RC 4-wheel drive tires, the Mudslingers XLs, which are why they're a little taller than what you're probably used to seeing. They perform really well. HPI rims, these are the black WheelyKing rims, just blue on. Yeah, the truck has held up. I'm surprised I have not broke more parts, in all honesty, as much abuse as this poor truck has gotten, especially in really cold weather. It's taken a few tumbles. Even if there wasn't snow on the ground, I mean, you get 30 degrees or colder and the plastic starts getting hard, and I never did any of the spray it with WD-40 tricks or anything like that. I just beat the snot out of it and just recharging my batteries when I'm done. This truck and the truck that's been hacked to pieces to put in the CXT. The one in the CXT is only driven the one video I have of that truck running. This truck has been my main driver. I did have the stock motor for it. When I bought the truck, all it came with was the motor and then the chassis. The electronics, I'm running a Spectrum 4-channel, which I have no complaints about the Spectrum radio at all, or the receiver. Great reception. I haven't had any glitch issues. The real standout is the Hobby Wing 1080 quick run Crawler ESC, which has the little programming card. You can watch my review video on it down in my playlist. It's an awesome little ESC. I love the heck out of it. I've had no problems with it at all. The whole electrical system on this truck has withstood a ton of abuse. Can't be happier with any of the parts I've ran on it. Savox steering servo, front and rear. I'm thinking if the wife's HPI Venture is as tough as this thing, it'll never break because, well, she doesn't beat the snot out of her stuff like I do, and doesn't crawl up some of the gnarly, ridiculous things James and I have tried to climb up. I mean, this poor truck has tried to exceed its design limitations so significantly, and taken everything I've thrown at it. Yeah, performance-wise, I mean, trying to get a monster truck to do like hardcore crawling. I mean, yeah, HPI, when they decided to put the battery up front for the crawler, that helped quite a bit, but the motor being up so high, it just has so much torque twist crawling up hills that it just wants to lift this front tire off the rock and then flip over, which if you've seen my videos, you've seen me do a lot. Flat air crawling, it does real good. It's just an honestly a fun truck. It wasn't super expensive. The local place that has RCs has one, and I don't remember the exact price on it, but it's close to the 200 mark. It's closer to 200 than 300, I want to say, for a ready to run truck. But yeah, this truck's just taken so much abuse, so I'm really surprised I haven't broke more parts on it. I can get the hub changed. I got some synthetic lube I can put on the bearings. Just kind of give the truck a little bit of a cleanup, and it'll be ready to go probably next weekend. Excuse me. The hobby store was actually in a pharmacy, and I don't know the exact details, but the pharmacy business actually, something went wrong with it, so they actually had to close the location. So they have moved all the RC stuff out to a guy's barn for the time being, and he has a pretty nice racetrack out there. They also are working on a crawler track out there. James and I were thinking we might, drop a few bucks, go out there for the day, play around on an actual course for a change instead of just wandering around in the wilderness, which is fun. But so expect to see a video on that coming up. Like I said, probably next weekend. Tonight, I'm just going to work on this WheelyKing a little bit. Tomorrow, I will probably come out here with the camera, do some body work on the CXT, finally get the bumper hard mounted, as it's just kind of been put off. The Grand Hauler, I was hoping to have a video for it this weekend to do its grand unveiling. But the decal paper the wife and I found at Hobby Lobby requires a special ink bonding adhesive you spray it on, and that sets the ink into the decal paper. But it's also you actually put the decal in water to soften up the glue and then apply it to the body. I never had much luck with that, and when I went to Hobby Lobby today to see if I could find the spray to set the ink, they didn't have any. And they didn't even know that the paper needed it, because of course the instructions are in the package and not on the back where you could actually go, oh, I also need to buy ink setter. Although we did find at Michael's in the art supply department a fixer for pastels, colored pencils, and things like that. They do actually spray on hand-drawn art to set the ink, or graphite, because it's pencil. Might try that. Not 100% sure though, because it's $12 a can, and it's a big can of aerosol setting stuff. So that's That's a lot of money to spend on something that might not work. So, not sure what I'm going to do with decals now on the truck. I have some printed up. It looked real nice. If I can figure out how to get them on the truck, it'll look even better. I actually found a blank Wyoming license plate on Google, so I downloaded, I of course saved that, opened it up in Paint, typed out what I was going to have on the plate, including commercial, since it's a semi-truck in Wyoming. Commercial plates just say commercial across the top, and then they have the regular county and then number, letter, whatever you want. So that's real cool. I'm rambling, so I'll have my future self that does the video editing put in some of my favorite clips of this crashing, because who doesn't like crash compilations? And yeah, get to work. So as always, please click like and subscribe if you haven't already. I hope everyone has a good weekend, and we will catch you in the next one. Alright, rock bouncing it. Wasn't very nice.
My shins! Ah! I took a RC to the knee.